Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you guys are in the world. I know you guys haven't seen me for a little bit, but I am back. Today I want to do an unboxing of a small device from SmallRig. It's the SmallRig Rotatable Colar mount right here. All right, so let me just come closer to the camera so you guys can see. Let's put it right here, and there it is, right there. Good. As you open the box, you have pretty much one component, which is this right here, which is the one part of the device. This is your pamphlet right here. Most people don't care about this, so I'm gonna put that to the side. And you have your Allen key and the plate that goes beneath their camera. So I'm gonna put this to the side. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna take it out right here. So this is the plate that goes below the camera. You have this key right here that literally is magnetized. It's magnetized, so it just basically sticks to the bottom. And this is to loosen the knob right here that goes below your camera. All right, let me put that to the side for a little bit. All right, here we go. So, and this is the other section right here. Get this in frame. Good. All right, so this is all the section is going to be attached to the other piece. And this is the part that's going to allow you to rotate the camera vertically or horizontally. And like I mentioned, we have the Allen key right here. Take that out. Simple, nothing special, just an Allen key. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do right here is we need to attach this piece to this. And as you can see, if you look right here, you see two holes. These two screws are going to be going inside here. So pretty much it's going to be just flush, just like so, to go inside on the camera. But we need the camera, so let's go for the camera now. All right, so today I want to be using my Sony a7 IV. That's what I'm going to be using for this example. All right, and they have a couple compatibilities. So there are certain cameras that I think there's about 4 cameras for this particular setup. I have my notes here so I don't make any mistakes. And for the cameras that we're going to be using, like I mentioned, the a7 IV, the Sony a7 IV, and we have the Sony a7S III, the a7R5, and the a7R4. All right, we have those. So let's get this situated. So like I said, this piece is going to be going right below your camera, like so. So you line it up. Once you get it in, then we're going to take the key that's below right here, like so. Okay, I'm just going to tighten it in. Okay, just making sure it's nice and straight. And that's looking pretty good. All right, nice and tight. Okay, so we have that one section on. Okay, the following section now is you're going to attach this piece. You're going to attach this piece to the body right here. So once you attach it, you'll notice that if I turn it around, you're not seeing where you're going to be able to screw. What you have to do is you have to loosen the knob right here. Once you loosen it, you're able to rotate it just like so. And once you rotate it, now you have access to the top of the screw, okay? And it's pretty simple. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. All right, so we have the last one right here. Nice and tight, nice and snug. Good. Okay, so at first, the one thing I can tell you is it's very smooth. There's a slight tension, and that's all because I haven't really loosened it all the way. But I love how smooth it is. And the one thing I like too, if you look right here, you're going to see that word that says push. So this actually lines up with where the button is to release your lens right here. All right, so you press it down and you rotate and the lens fall out, and then you have access, focus, then you have access to putting on the lens right here. So I'm going to be using my Sony. This is my 135, my G Master. So I'm going to put it in. And the thing I like about this too, if you look on the ring, you're going to see, get focus. Come on, get focus. You're going to see that little white dot right there, which I like. It corresponds with the white dot that is on the camera itself. So at least you have that still, and you go in, boom, and it's locked in. And you rotate it back, and just like that, you have the device on your camera. And if I'm moving a little bit slowly, right about there, if you notice there's a little opening right here. This is to allow you to be able to release your battery from the camera. Let me just turn this up the other way so you guys can see. So you see it right there. So if I try to open the door, the latch on the door, it won't go any further. But once I remove this, the door opens up. Let's do it again. Latch is there, you remove it, then the door is able to open up, and you have access to taking out your battery and replacing it. All right, that I think is pretty good. You have different screw modes. I think this is like a quarter screws, so you can use right here. So if you guys have different mounts for like a rig or something, you definitely have that option. Looking around, there's pretty much not much else to really tell you guys, but the one thing I can say about this is the fact that how the build quality is like. All right, so let me just go over here. So I have my tripod off to the side like so. So the one thing I notice with this is that normally you slide your camera in this way, forward from you, the user, to the tripod. That's our normal thing. I would put it from front to back. With this, you have to literally slide it in from either left or right. So if I rotate it this way, my tripod, and I put it on there and I tighten, like so, it's on there. And once I loosen here, nice and smooth. Because recently I did some landscape photography of waterfalls in Paterson, New Jersey. I wish I had this, because normally I would have to be loosening this right here, then rotate the camera, and you see how much work I have to be doing just in order to go vertical. Now I don't have to do that anymore. I'm gonna just time this back. So now it's just an easy turn of the camera. And even though I've loosened this, once I put it in the orientation, it doesn't move. And I really like that. I'm gonna come closer so you guys can see. Right about there. There you go. All right, so if you look, I'm gonna turn it a little bit to the side so you guys can see. Let me see, what's the best? Right, okay. So if you look how smooth that is like buttery smooth. Let me rotate my camera towards you guys, and you can see, have it more centered, just like so. And you see, rotate, boom. Nice and easy. You cannot get any simpler than that. 1 and 2. Let me back up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Here we go. So 1, normal, rotate. So that's a 90 degree, that's about a 90 degree turn right there. And that's pretty good. What more can you ask for? You know what I'm saying? You want something that works, you want something that is going to be very sturdy, is not going to break easily. So I think this for me is a very good investment, because on my off season when I'm not doing weddings and stuff like that, I love to do a lot of landscape photography. And like I mentioned, I recently did some landscape photography in Paterson. I'll probably show some examples on the screen so you guys can see what those look like. But yeah, this is it, guys. So this has been the thing for the small build. Let me just explain, or rather just give you guys some info. I have my notes here so I don't make any mistakes. All right, so I mentioned the compatibility in terms of the cameras that you're going to be able to use it with. Let me talk about the lens that is not compatible with. Let me start with the Tamron. So you have the Tamron 24 to 40, 2.8. You have the Tamron 28 to 75 millimeter, 2.8. You have the Tamron 35 to 150 millimeter, 2 to 2.8. You have the Tamron 50 to 400 millimeter, 4.5 to 6.3. Those are the lenses that are not compatible. The ones that are not compatible with Sony now, you have the 24 millimeter f 2.8G. You also have the 40 millimeter 2.5G. Those are the ones that aren't compatible. And if I scroll down a little bit now, you have, like I was mentioning before, by the bottom of the plate that uses for the tripod, the tool that they have is the Arca Swish fluid head, and also it's compatible with the Manfrotto RC2 fluid head. So those are the ones. There's no more information really. The dimension of the product, the actual product itself, is 4.2 by 3.2 by 1.2 inches, and the material that is used is an aluminum alloy stainless steel. So I hope that bit of information help you guys in deciding whether or not you're going to go and get it. But I say, if you do, you know, let's say video, a lot of videoing, even, you know, whether it's landscape or just even natural commercial work or whatever, and oftentimes when you're shooting, you want to be able to do, because everything now is all about, you know, on your Instagram, or if you're talking about YouTube, you're talking about YouTube Shorts. So you want to be able to just move from your horizontal to your vertical very easily. And I think this is a really good option to have in your arsenal of things to have. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video. And if you do, smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more. And thank you guys. And I'll be posting some more videos next week with some other things that I bought. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And guys, if you're interested in purchasing this device right here, there will be links in the description below. They're affiliate links, and if you do purchase it, guys, give me a little bit of kickback just to kind of help the channel out. And if you guys do use the link to purchase this particular, I think it's about $70 to $80 right now. I don't know if the price is going to be going up or not, but that for me right now is a really good bargain. And like I mentioned before, let me add one more little thing to this. I'm just take this off. I totally forgot to mention it. So once you purchase this, right? Yes, you have the capability of doing the change of the orientation. The one more thing that it adds, if you take this piece off here, you are left with this piece here on your camera. So if you're a guy like me with big hands, if you look right here, let me just rotate a little bit, you'll see that it adds another depth to the camera. So my pinky finger is not going to be falling off the edge. So I think that is a good thing to also have. So you guys can actually think about it. $70, $80 for this item. I think it's a win-win. So guys, like I said, if you're thinking about purchasing, use the link in the description below, and I really appreciate you guys. So for me to not ramble on anymore, guys, I'm gonna cut this video short. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the continued support over the years, and stay tuned for more, guys. Peace.